Welcome back to Dimir Terror, and today we're gonna be playing Dimir Terror. And yeah, I just had a nice run with this deck on today's PCT. I ended up losing the finals to Affinity. This deck has a like bad matchup against Affinity, but anyway, let's talk about the list a little bit. And this is a pretty stock list. As you can see, we play the same counters, the same creatures, just the amount of copies that like to play is kind of different. So I like the spell. Most lists don't run the spell, but some of them runs one copy. I like to run one copy too because I think the spell is really good with Mystic, since it protects the Mystic against Snowfalls, cast downs, and Red Blast, the Pyroblast. So I like to run the spell. But spell pierce is better. I think in the majority of the matchups, because you need to counter some sorceries, and spell pierce it just 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 get them. And also the amount of snuff faults that I run. I don't like to run four, but I get the fourth copy on the sideboard. But otherwise, it's just pretty stock. The suffocating fumes, I think I've seen like one or two lists run one copy of the main on the main deck, but on the sideboard they are only run sometimes two Adars and sometimes one Adar and one Nausea or Shrivel or anything. Like that's the same card basically, just two mana sorcerers that all creatures gets -1/-1. But I rather have Nausea because I had this this funny art from Isildur I like. So I like to run three board wipes on the 75. So I have one cup of each, since one suffocating fumes is main decked. So deep analysis, I only run two. Some people like to run three, but I think it's just too much. And unexpected things. A lot of lists are running only two in the main deck and no on the sideboard, no more in the sideboard, but I like the third copy on the sideboard. I think that the rest is pretty okay. One more Mystic, a lot of lists doesn't run one more Mystic. They run like Snackers or like two Cryptic Serpent. So I rather have two more Mystics. The main deck is pretty much that. Cast downs. A lot of lists doesn't run cast downs, but run like fours and thoughts. But I like the cast downs because I have a nice hard removal against Black Sack, against Gourmag Angler, and but yeah, that's okay. So the sideboard is pretty important to talk about. That I regret not having the third and the fourth copies of Anno. And if you want to play this deck, please play at least 3 to 4 Annos. If you find run, if you find run, some slots, play even two more Annuls and one Steel Sabotage, because Affinity and Jund, those matchups are bad. So yeah, you might consider that. And yeah, the first snuff out, some more board wipes, the third couple of things, two strategical fashion, because it's nice against terror, against some of the creatures that I kinda bad to remove, like Remag Angler, and it is also good against boggles, but not only boggles, but any big creatures like the Chrysalis and you know big creatures. Rod Reunion is nice against the graveyard decks, but it's a card that you can mill and still use it. So Nihil Spell Bomb, if you mill, you cannot use it anymore. So Rod Reunion is here for that. You can just play against the Spy and Dredge in general. Also against some of the ephemerate decks, you know. Also important that this deck only runs 4 Hydroblasts. If you think that mono red is a thing, so you can take out a really mistake and snuff out and play like two of the Blue Elemental Blast. And this is the sideboard also. I'm gonna be showcasing two matches. The first one is gonna be the last round of the Suis, and I lost. And the next match is going to be the semifinals because I made top eight. I won the top eight and I won the semifinals. And I lost in the finals to Affinity, but I'm gonna be showcasing only those two matches to just for the video to not to get that long. So I'll let you guys do the matches, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to help me out, and see you later. Bye. So we are on the last round, and we are facing Black Sack because this guy only plays Black Sack. So we're gonna keep this hand. No fault is a dead card against Black Sack for the most part, but we are 2-1 on the Swiss, but let's see if we can. But cast down is a good one because we can kill the cannon feeder. Oh, this guy right there. Gonna attack me for one. We won the last round against Reg 2-1. It was a really. Oh no, you're gonna try to do this. Okay, we're gonna counter that. I'm gonna counter. Now I just need to draw a tap land. No, that's not a problem because I'm gonna try to. What do I wanna do here? I can. Hmm. Okay. I was trying to snuff out this because thinking this is just green black, so we can't. Yeah, snuff out's just bad. We can't snuff out the green tokens, but my opponent's gonna try to sack them at some point. I'm gonna draw two, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. We have cast down for this Mortician Beetle. We need to find more lands, of course, but I think I'm going to pass. Or my opponent stepped out. I think we need to draw island here. No, so that's bad. Hmm. We cannot take that damage. I'm gonna pass. Gonna see what my opponent does because if my opponent just attack me for five, I'm gonna take five. And yes, I'm gonna take five. I'm gonna mill myself two times and trying to find something like more. Maybe I can just play the zoom. Okay, the zoom is okay. Maybe I just can't. Maybe I just can do both next turn. Ugh. Mag angler. Okay, gonna mill again. My opponent's gonna try to draw cards here. That's bad, but anyway. Maybe we find we didn't mill we did not mill any lands. Maybe we're gonna mill now. No, this is nice. Even better, okay. We're doing this. We're doing this. Okay, my opponent can run Snuff out, so I think it's no, but we need to cast the Tolerant Terror because we're going to kill this now because my opponent can't sack. So if he needs to sack something, he needs to sack this. End of this. I'm gonna pay two. Oh, yeah, I forgot this guy, but we don't have anything to do about this. So we're gonna lose our creature. I'm gonna take two. We're gonna try to. My opponent's gonna kill. Opponent's gonna kill us with those flying creatures, I guess, because now we cannot go for both Gurmag Anglers. We have nothing going on, like really nothing. Yeah, we just very poorly. I'm gonna try to do something here, but game is pretty much over. Don't mute any land. Okay. Um, I'm gonna let 2 mana open just to bluff something. Maybe opponent has another Marauder, or maybe I don't know. That's the Chamber, okay. Yeah, it's gonna attack only with the flying creatures. If we find at this point right now, if we find a Murmuring Mystic, I think we're fine. Now, no, we're not fine because and that's GG. It's a pretty bad game one because we have those snuff outs that are pretty much useless. Not useless, but you know, not good. We have a. I don't think we need to. We need to bring the inspect. We need to bring this obviously. Outdoor is also very good because at least with Outdoor we can that last board that he had like only small creatures we can clear we can wipe that board, but we need to take out 2 more cards. I think the fangs are not very good. We can get rid of the fangs, or the spell is perfect because so strong against those those instants. Spell pierce are nice too. The suffocating fumes are meh, but I gonna let my opponent has a lot of 1 toughness creatures, so I'm gonna play like this. This is not a easy matchup by any means. We have removal, but all those hands keep happening to us. We're gonna mulligan. And this end. God, my opponent moves to 6 mana. We have to keep this, I guess, because I mean this hand is so bad. I'm gonna have to keep this. I need to keep this. If I mulligan to 5, this is gonna be opponent mulligan to 5. 4, oh my god. I bet I bet my opponent mulligan to 4, trying to find 1 land. Because you saw I just mulligan to 6, trying to find a land, and I found 4. Maybe my opponent moves to 6 and find like 5 lands and just move to 5 and maybe no lands and then 4. But he starts okay, not a good start for my opponent. We're going to pass, and this spell pierce is very good. If my opponent has only those 2 lands is okay. Pretty fine for us. But if my opponent had 1 more land, wow, maybe he has only creatures. Going to pass here. And we need to be careful. Okay, okay, gonna try to mill myself. Um, okay, Murmur Mystic is not bad. This is gonna resolve. We need to resolve this guy and protect it. So, who's gonna attack? Okay, maybe now my opponent tries to draw a card. I can't tap out because my opponent is gonna draw 2 cards. The way he get around the mulligan is gonna try now, and I'm gonna counter. I don't know if he think about the spell pierce, but maybe he has another one. He may get treasure token from the guest, and then he sack this for and draw 2. I think it's what my opponent's going to do right now. That's okay because no Rodden Reunion. Okay, Rodden Reunion. I don't know why. Mm, Okay, we find this. Hmm. We have suffocating fumes. We have four cards in the graveyard. We can tap out for Gourmet Angle, but it's not a good play. Let's see what my opponent does. Maybe he does another creature that I don't know. Maybe he's gonna pass. Not gonna do anything here. Brainstorm. Hmm. We go brainstorm. I guess we go. Guess we try brainstorm. Maybe we find. Oh. Okay, I don't need this. And we can't do anything else. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna pass. Opponent's gonna keep attacking me, which is annoying. Maybe he's going trying to draw. No, he's going to Rodden Reunion. Okay, Rodden Reunion guy. He's gonna attack for 5 at some point. I don't know. Attack, do the damage, and sack the creature. Oh, this cannot resolve. No, I could not. I didn't need to counter this because oh, Rodden Reunion. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna try to think I'm gonna try to Murmuring Mystic at this point. My opponent needs to my opponent needs to tap the top deck the Accursed Marauder. And he did? Oh no. Okay. We have fumes. My opponent's gonna take the fumes, I believe. If he doesn't take the fumes, it doesn't make sense. But it's not very good for him. Anyway, even if he take the fumes, it's not good because this creature will not. Yeah, he takes the fumes. That's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, opponent. Okay, okay. I don't think this is a good play. Like this guy, he's gonna make a token. Okay, we take 6, go 10, but now my opponent can kind of dead. I think he saw our hand. I'm gonna try the brainstorm, hoping to find a mill effect or something. Learning reviews even better. What I going to do here? I cannot. I don't want. Hmm. Can go like this. I don't want this for Mega Angler. Yeah, I don't want that for Mega Angler. Okay. Going to check. Need to clock because yeah, next turn we can Arms of Adar if you want, but I don't think so. You can counter anything he plays. Draw. At this point, from this point and so and on, I will not tap out because I don't want my opponent to draw cards. Okay, that's so disgusting. Okay, seems we are gonna cast a Tolerant Terror for 1 mana. We have a deep analysis, but I don't know if I'm going to pay 2 or Rotting. Why he didn't Rotting Reunion the the deep analysis? That didn't make much sense. I think I'm gonna deep analysis here. Okay, hold on, another terror. No, we can't. Okay, we can't. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna cycle this. I don't know if I cycle this water and reveal on the end step. Maybe I do because I don't wanna pay 5 and just mostly tap out. He concedes. So I don't think I don't think I wanna change anything on the sideboard because my opponent plays rather reunion, but yeah, there's nothing to do. The deck's not that well set up to face Black Sack because we have only 3 cast downs on the list. I like to play with 4, but no, it when you play Snuff Out, you don't need 4 cast downs. Maybe if you wanna play like 2 cast downs, and 2 Snuff Outs and 4 cast downs on the main deck, and like one more Snuff Out or 2 more Snuff Outs on the sideboard. But I think terror decks and has like a tight sideboard. The sideboard slots are really tight, and you just don't have slots. So this is very bad. He kept 7. So I think this is a mulligan. This is a mulligan. Mm, this is also very bad, very risky. Jesus Christ, this is risky. Okay, I'm gonna keep this, and I'm going to get back the analysis. Maybe I just regret this so much. If female opponent doesn't have a god start, looks like he had. Okay, I think we're gonna lose this because yeah, we are so slow right now. Cannon feeder and god hand. Okay, no, not god hand. Okay, or maybe still can be no, no, not god hand. Hmm. Hmm. This is interesting. I'm gonna pass here. Gonna place. Oh, not a cannon feeder. I think I'm gonna try to brainstorm. Okay, I think we don't need these fumes. Or do we? I'm gonna. Gurmag is such a long way. Just gonna make this. Okay, man, you just have a Karen feeder. And. Oh my god, this is not good for my opponent. Oh, it is. Because I just. I think I made a misplay right here. Check for 2. Hmm. Well, if my opponent tried to sacrifice something at any point, I just gonna run the suffocating fumes. Right now, I can just take 4, right? He's gonna pass. I'm gonna fumes right now because my opponent just gonna sack 1 Karen feeder to the another feeder. So everything just grows, and my opponent just don't lose the. Or you can play this, but that doesn't make sense. Okay, Oh well, actually that made a bit of sense because this is gonna get back. He's gonna sack again, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay, gonna grow. Okay, so nothing dies, but he lost one feeder and one card from hand. It's all three trees, so I don't need to. Oh, hmm. It's cast normal because it's gonna sack. I mean, we just lost this match. It's just a really bad match. Even with the cast downs that we did not find any cast downs, not on this game. It's gonna grow. Uh, I'm gonna take 7. We go to 6. If my opponent has a little bit of more of creatures to sack, this is game, right? He's sacking. Okay, 5/5, 9 damage, 11. If he plays another creature, okay, we're going to die. If we find if we find a Murmuring Mystic, we still can do something. Oh, not now. Eee, not now. Yeah, actually, Military Terror would be nice, but counter spell, not doing anything, and we're dead. Right? Yes, we are dead. GG's. Here we are on the semifinals of the PCT. We made it top 8 and won in top 8. Now we are on the top 4, but we are playing against a mono black burn, and we kept a hand, a 7 card hand. Just don't have this Gurmag angler here because I just messed it up with the recording, so I need to restart the recording. So I lost the first 2 turns. That's okay. We're gonna take this damage. This guy's gonna attack us for a bunch. We're gonna play Bump in the Night. I'm gonna counter this 3 damage. Okay, he's gonna another bump. Okay, so we need to draw. What we need to draw here? New effects. Okay, we're gonna try to find. We're gonna essentially we're gonna destroy this guy because. Okay, we wanna take all of this damage. He's gonna deal 4 damage to us. Oh, drawing 2, taking 2. Okay, he has a lot of cards in hand. I don't like that, but what can I do? Let's Mewtwo. My Angler. 2 cast downs. I believe I'm gonna play the Gurmag here. I'm gonna pass this deep analysis. We can cast next turn. to draw two cards, but maybe we find a Fangs would be nice. We didn't mill a Fangs, right? No, we don't. But if you find a Fangs here, I think it's just GG. Ooh, that's crazy. Oh my god. We need two cups of Fangs and we find. Nah, that's not cool, bro. I think if he cannot remove this angler, he's gonna just surrender, I guess. Okay, Vampire's Kiss. Okay, he can escape, but this is just too much gain life gain instead. I mean, you can even spell Pierce now. It's not fault, it's useless. So essentially we have no essentially we have no trying to get rid of those 30 cards. Oh my god. Okay, I gonna fumes. Fumes is I don't think he had any. I can cast another. Hmm. And there's no fault. It's just useless. I don't have a way to get rid of those cards, but I think I'm going to cast my Gurmag Angler for 2 mana. Because I don't wanna. Maybe. Yeah, I have another deep analysis coming, so I think it's GG because he has to remove both of my guys. Comes off the vein. Not gonna counter. We just. Oh, no, I wanna counter that. If it doesn't find any only creature, it's GG. Yeah, it's GG. So game two, we get rid of a lot of bad cards. Just ugh, a lot of bad cards. I can bring not strike confection things. It's good. Runner reunion. He has a no. I don't think a no is good. His spell is pretty bad. Also. Mhm. He has that creature. Why I take out? It's nausea is cheaper than fumes. He has some. I mean, he has some graveyard hate in form of the Fire Macabre. But I think I can bring this because it's better than have. I don't know. I'm not gonna bring in Murmuring Mystics and not the Royal Reunion is okay against the car. I forgot the name of the car. Against I maybe I try that too. Yeah, it's better than have dispel or suffocating fumes. That kills the choo-choos that comes from the enchantments. Yeah, this end is, I don't know what this end is, but I think I'm gonna keep. I have a first turn. My opponent. I'm. I really don't want. Yeah, this is okay. I just don't want it to take the. We have all the setup here, but we need to find some counters. Yeah, I think we need to counter this because I don't want to see the creature. I don't have any removal. I'm already so slow. My God. Okay, we're gonna set up. We need to set up. Okay, we need to mill some stuff here. But if we can't keep this Gourmet alive, maybe we will have trouble. Okay, opponent has another one. Never mind. We have two things, so yeah, maybe we lose this game too. Maybe. Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna try brainstorm here. Maybe we find. Ooh, this is not bad. I don't want a deep analysis, and I don't want all of those mule effects. Hmm. Okay, I need to mule cards. All those mule effects. I think I need to get rid of those cards. Yeah, I need to find. I'm gonna shuffle that. Maybe I'm playing wrong. I'm gonna pass. And I really need to mill effectively like two spells right now because opponent's gonna have a creature and you're gonna need to resolve your Mega Angler and also opponent's gonna Arms of the Vein. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay, opponent base. Maybe it's going to be afraid of top ears, but no. You don't wanna. Oh my god! Now I really wish I had that nausea. Okay, but if you stick with this Gourmet angle, it's gonna be fine. But we need to find a counter for a what's called static confection. Ooh, we mill a terror and a cast down. That was not a good mill. Okay, what we have? Oh my god. Okay, we'll play a terror. And now you play. Mm-hmm. I'll play my. So now my opponent just will put me to 8. When it's 27. Ugh, gross. He's going to go for a Arms of the Vein. I'm thinking about not counting this because I'm gonna have the. No, I'm not gonna counter this. Oh, my opponent find another land. I'm not gonna get it. My opponent's not gonna get it. So by this means opponent's gonna attack with the two guys. Okay, I'm going to five, but we this is not very good. My opponent needs to opponent needs to find a removal for my creature. Okay, I can't counter. But now if my opponent finds the removal, I just gonna you go for a spell bomb. Okay, Serrated Scorpion. Okay, you pay one. Bump in the night. Let's try to mill. Hmm. Flutter Terror. That's not good. Okay. He's gonna attack for 4. Oh, that hurts. Hmm. I'm gonna block. I'm gonna gain a bunch of life. But we don't have much going on. My opponent needs to find removal. And I think he didn't. He's on top deck mode. Vampire's Kiss. Okay. He needs to use that spell bomb now. Yeah. But if he finds the removal, oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna sack. If he plays this creature, I'm going to sack the bigger mag. Doesn't matter too much because if he plays Snuff Out, he has to pay 2 here. But okay, gonna try to. We have 4, 3. I'm gonna gain 6. Try to draw 2 cards here. Okay, if my opponent don't didn't, my opponent doesn't find another removal, we can be fine. Oh, I think now we are fine. He, he's not dying. No, oh my god, okay. And I think it's GG because we have 2 counter spells. I think it's GG. Yes, GG's. We're going to the finals now. I guess it's gonna again against Turbo Fog or Affinity. So let's wait.